Hi Libra, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. I've created an ink blot made in your name and essence, bookmark style, that will reveal in just a moment. Timestamps below if you want to skip forward. We'll also add on tarot and oracle, and as well where the ghost gift is here, we will be utilizing Ghost Tube Seer for any visual inspirations that may inspire or irritate. Overall, please do receive or release freely, but I'm glad you're here. For those that know, I'm going to open up. You're welcome to join me, or again, you can fast forward through. Taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race in the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Libra Collective. Libras, thank you so much for being here, for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. All right, off to the reveal. I'm going to grab your scroll and as well a rune or two. May they inspire. So we have the duck. If the duck means anything to you, and as well the manatee of trust. So Libras, maybe you're working with those energies, archetypes, all that kind of good stuff. All right, we're only going to scry from one direction. We'll flip it later on for later in February, but you know the drill. Please see, sense, and feel for yourself. Feel well to comment. Notice what shapes and symbols stand out and speak to your psyche and psychic senses. Seeing swordfish. I don't know I can't remember what they're called, Libras. Back in the day when I was a kid, sorry, I've got my scarfy thing on because it's quite chilly here in Canada today. So think like the 80s, maybe even the 90s. There was these like little robot pets, and I know they have them, or I believe they have them nowadays, but like think of like 90s style. They weren't wind up. I think they were battery operated. That's what I'm seeing. Very odd thing to see. So maybe the 90s, 80s to 90s. Yeah, it could even be the 80s. 80s to 90s era could be standing out for you. Somebody also could be in like robotics or technology and bringing something into the modern age. I'm also seeing, sorry, I will bring you, sorry. I just heard love is in the air. Love is in the air. You know, like when people dance and then they dip and then they might have a point of affection. That's what I'm seeing. But I'm seeing like that dip. Maybe it's like a trust dip. You know, because you got to trust your partner or person. You know, if you're dancing around and then you do that dip thing, there's so much trust there. Okay, sorry, give me just a moment because it keeps changing on me, and I'm trying to decide which rabbit hole I can step forward in the best. Because I'm not sure if I'm seeing an animal. It might be like a chicken or something, and they're being taught to play ball or kick a ball or to play. But it's like something human, so, you know, some sort of human thing that they would do. And it's very delightful and it's very funny. But another rabbit hole that's stepping forward is I am shoveling something and I'm filling this. I wanted to say it was a void, but it feels like a deep cut of something. And I know you're here so you understand the abstractiveness of it all. That's for you to create and connect the dots. But it just kind of jumped all over with me and for me. So now I'm seeing this in a very interesting angled way. Libras, and it's almost like, again, I'm playing with Legos or something. And I feel like I'm building a castle, you know, like, or maybe somebody's buying land. Because I'm seeing it like a game board, but I'm only seeing the one square, and it's like, that's all I need. And I put my face on it, my stamp on it. And even though it's like, the way it might be showing is like in a diamond, but I'm very curiously seeing it's like from this horizontal way. And it's very 3D like. Somebody's telling me, shh. So I don't know if you're thinking about moving, or you've bought a plot of land or a second home, or you're, you know, getting it, because there's water here. I feel like I'm moving on to something. And there's like one path in. Oh no, there's another path out, but it's almost like it takes me to a beach or something. It takes me to a different, how do I say, a different landscape. Whether it's a forest, mountains even. Something about maybe Montana or like BC. I heard when I jump back up here, I feel like I'm jumping all over in your ink, and hopefully that's fine. And if you're here, you're probably pretty used to it. Something I put a pin in. I feel like there's someone or something. This isn't associated with her yet that I'm associating with, but you please follow your own intuition. And I put a pin in something. Yeah, there's conversations with, for me, like my emotional self, my physical self, and my higher self, right? My head, my heart, my holistic nature. We all got together. And I had to put a pin in something, like, I don't know, there's just something, whether it's even in my mind, like somebody was trying to tell me what to do or directing me. And, that's not such a bad thing per se, but I just feel like in whatever context this is, the boundary was stifling. Now it's like bringing me into the castle concept where, like, you're in the castle and always lived in the castle. Maybe this is a house or your apartment or the town you lived in, and you just could never leave for one reason or another, and you've achieved something. I absolutely have to say that you've achieved something, Queen of Holy Waters. And maybe you've done, like, you're the first person in your family to do something. Insert whatever feels good to you. And then it's like interesting because then I go back and I like get this plot of land, or I rent this new house, or, buy this trailer or RV or tiny home, whatever the case is. And I am so brilliantly able to rest with my decisions because I've achieved them. I don't know. I don't even know if that makes sense the way I said that. The star might mean something to you. Please follow that. It's like I'm taking directions from these pivotal points in my head, heart, and holistic nature, right? The human, the higher self, and the heart in between, the intellect, imagination. Apply any words that feels good. You did that. There's a part of you that might be really, really tired. So it's like a rejuvenation is coming in. Yeah, from the world. From the world. But you did it. Somebody also might be dealing with heartburn quite specifically when I looked directly at that card. Yeah, there was sacrifices of something. Somebody's mother also might have left them money that has set them up. If their mother has passed, or a parent guardian has passed, or a grandmother, and they left you maybe like their house or something. Yeah, there they are again. The brides. They've left you something to get you started. And they want you to run with it. They want you to run with it. Trust that the gift was given in good faith. There also, for some, could be a relationship where there's a masculine energy trying to come back into your life. I don't know. Well, I never know. It's not my place, but the way I'm seeing it is because you are achieving whatever star is to you, your North Star. Somebody might try and wander back. They're what gives me heartburn. And, okay, so, sorry, give me a moment here. Yeah, resilience. They're going to want you to feel a certain way about their coming in. Because it's kind of like that weird director thing. But like the director's a douche. I don't know if it's a boss, a boyfriend. Insert any position where it would matter to you. Even if it's of the past or has passed. And I feel like their presence of walking in or being around you because of your success and your accolades and the attention you're getting. And I don't know if they want you to like bow or something like that. But you don't. There's like a respect. Say, yeah, I can understand why you're here. And I feel you, but no. It's like wrinkles my brain when I think of them. And then I come back to the world, and it's like and I'm not trying to poo-poo, I'm just, of course, letting you know how it feels. It's like, I've done so much to achieve being a guest here in your aura, Libra. I've done so much to achieve inner work, outer work, weaving, alchemy, whatever it is. Climbing the ladder of your place of business or place of work. I've done so much, and somebody wants to come in. Like, I don't know. It feels like weird juju energy. But because of their position, it's like, I have to give them the time of day, but I don't know that I have to, but you know what I mean? Again, respectfully. Anyway, sorry. So because of all this, and then they just, like, someone tries to come in, or like an old boss or a new wants to, it's like you're being headhunted for different positions. So then they come in, or, this other person, they're like, oh, well, now we see your value. We want to give you more money. And of course you're going to make a decision based on whatever you want, but it's like, oh, interesting timing. And I go back to looking at myself and reminding, sorry, that was the whole point in that long, winding road of a reflection. I feel like I've achieved a big world. I feel like the world is a bigger place. And when this person or energy comes back in, or even if they talk, feels small again. Not me, but the world feels small around me again. That's how that's making me feel. Yeah, and it's almost like it can just, I don't know if it's like ghosts of the past, you know what I mean? And maybe you're revisiting them in your mind, like Scrooge or A Christmas Carol. Maybe you're consciously going through these reflections and it's in your sleep. and you're being able to, just like we said, like how you were achieving things, you're alchemizing things to make your world bigger and successful for you. And it brings, because there's so many blessings you have, and it's almost like the blessings that are brought in based on whatever the feelings are of your achievements. Because I'm not feeling it matters if you're a CEO, as an example, of a major corporation, to, oh, I work at the local coffee shop and I started as the hostess and I decided based on interest, and now maybe you're the scheduling manager, right? Like, I hope that's, like, it's not the point of what, it's for you. Doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me is how I feel. I'm proud of me. Anyway, sorry. So no matter what it is, and maybe it's a platform you're on, maybe it's something that you're doing as a passive income, and nobody has been really paying attention because they didn't believe in you. But you believed in you. And yes, there might have been steps along the way where your star felt tired and was ready to supernova or whatever those fancy science words are. But you pursued and persisted. But it's like I've shed my sacrifice of even my resiliences, and I weep for that to release it and let go. Again, long-winded way to say it sometimes can feel lonely at the top. Yeah. Yeah. If I didn't say so already, Libras, please do like, share, and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Links are all below too if you want to request a personal and all that kind of good stuff. But your support, your awareness, and attention, truly, truly, I am grateful, and it warms my haunted heart. Okay, let's carry on. Because I've already taken a lot of long, winding roads. And maybe that's significant for you. Maybe these long, winding roads are something that you understand. Maybe you feel that you took long, winding roads. But you know what? It was kind of nice. You know, talk it out. What's going on for the future? You've worked through something. Owl, wise seeing, wise action. You've reduced burdens. People, places, things, whether they have physically transcended their physical body or moved on, or whether it's jobs, this, that, or the other, it's like the long-winded journeys that I've been taking in this is a reflection of your pausing. Hearing the stories. Noticing the butterfly effects of things, but you're getting the fruits of your labor. And the labor doesn't stop. You don't fish once, eat, and never fish again. Your wisdom, your wise owl, wise seeing is of the world. It's like, you know what? I can also go fishing. Pick another place in the world because suddenly I'm blank. Oh, I can visit the waters in Canada. I want to try fishing, ice fishing. It's almost like that's how you see it in this world space. Whatever this thing is, whatever you do, like say maybe you work at McDonald's and they're international and you're like, you know what? Can I get a transfer to work at McDonald's somewhere else in the world? Like, do you understand? It's like the chain of events can work to your advantage, like what different your chain is, because you're in command of the chain, not chain of command. You're in charge of the chain. And because of this, it's because along the way you've done some sort of forgiveness. But remember when I was talking about like whoever this person is or people, like you've been resilient in not having them push you around. And again, I'll be that person, or you're not pushing other people around. Also something about electricity. Again, I don't know if somebody's a welder or working in robotics or something like that. Somebody also, I don't know if you play like pinball or ping pong ball in a pastime. I'm not sure. There's something along that lines. Also like a baseball diamond. Somebody playing baseball. Swing, bada, 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 swing. Don't be afraid to move and change. You're not. Or at least the way I'm feeling, you're not. Because if I may, it's kind of like you've already been through some shiznit. So, but there's even like the town back there or the city. Something's been purified. That point of purification, I admit, feels lonely when I step into it, but I feel surrounded by spirit. So it's like non-tangible support. And I think that's what I trust and what I trusted. And it's helping me see the world in a different way. Empower, trust your inner vision, trust. Collective, trust the good in others, trust. I'm really curious to see what the duck rune means. This is where I feel you are at, Libras. It's like even that, like you're no longer driving yourself crazy over forgiveness. That's one way to say whatever it is that you might be feeling. But see how in this Empower card and her hands are out? It's just power. If anyone before tried to even of your own self, of your own thoughts, disempower, to empower, like you're not stuck or stagnant, but the degrees in which power shifts from disempowered to empowered is very slight considering, because you are surrounding yourself with a collective you trust. If they are not yet physically around you to see, I want you to know, or at least the way I'm seeing it is, the spirit form, the energy form, spirit guides, families, and ancestors, whatever you know and feel in your heart, they have been with you as you've been stepping into this the whole time. And that's the lonely feeling, but you know they're there because you didn't do it alone. But now there might be this point of like walking out into the world to see it physically expressed in other people or opportunities. And they're coming, but it's kind of like everyone's going every which way until they lock into your vibe. And I don't mean lock in like chain. I just mean like they kind of lock in and go alignment. And then they have to trust too, because they're going to be tested or triggered positively or negatively to trust that you are who you say you are, that your integrity is intact, because they too have had situations, people, places, or things, and they've had experiences where they want to dip the toe in and trust. Are you a good person? Are you a good boss? Are you going to be fair? What is the growth? Is the contract have some weird catch-22 where I really lose? Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's all these like little details. So the trust is on both ends. So it's like right now, you know, including you and other people in this new like purity form of what you've achieved. It's like, okay, are we good? But it's like everyone's slowly harmonizing together. And I don't mean slowly necessarily, but it's like being on a baseball team and it's working. It's working. And you're winning. You're winning. Okay, I'm going to stop yammering. The gift of the gab, which is funny because I swear to you, I'm like basically silent for most of my time, which is so funny. Okay, let's look here for, we got here the duck, goose. Libras, I'll bring these up so you can see your beautiful duck. And your manatee of trust, if I recall. So the duck spirit brings unity, fidelity, and balance to the mind and emotions. Duck spirit teaches one how to handle emotions and live in the moment. Your duck spirit will help you let go of grudges, negative behaviors, and old patterns of living. Old patterns of living, especially if they're in people that step forward to remind you of those patterns, right? The mind and emotions, it's been here the whole time. In the brides, in the way, in the, root chakra, throat chakra, crown chakra, hips, head, and heart, all of those good things. You're handling it. You're handling your experience, your earthly experience, your energetic experience, your ethereal experience. You're handling it. And you've achieved it. Trust it. Trust it that you are a good enough boss, a good enough mother energy or archetype, father, child of the universe, whatever the case may be, on and on, a good student of spiritual, whatever the case is, a good student of, knowledge and intellect. Trust it. Trust that all the informations of what you don't know in the veil of the future being unknown, that you will make the right moves. I love this, Libra. I'm going to let you go. If you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. I'm so grateful for your attention and awareness. And I will see you again soon for later on in Feb, where we will flip this for perspective possibilities for like aura of mid to end of February. And until then, thank ya. Bye. It's a journey. Daughters of a mother, walkers of the unknown. Take with you on this journey all that you hone.